a wall. I get knocked down, I get back up, get up and go. I stay ready for more. Go toe to toe till I level the score. Never gon' quit. Heard you seen some, but you never seen this. Bet on myself 8 times, no trick. Give me the loot. See now we going high stakes. This ain't clickbait. This a risk take. This no mistake. I was born to do it.
What it do? You're listening to another edition of Going to the Body with the Urban Sports Scene. I'm Wole here with my guy Ray Jeezy. What's good, Ray?
Hey, listen, I told you before we came on, this is the ultimate version of trolling. This might be something that you could call like YouTube comments response or something. I don't know. Like, you know, sometimes people say viewers response. You respond to your viewers. So here you are. You know, people had that love for Subriel Matias. Good dude, you know, Puerto Rican fighter.
Great.
One of those dudes is entertaining to watch, but still, y'all were all in the comments. So here we are.
Yeah, I call it receipts
tonight.
Yeah, receipts. That's what I like to call them. Receipts. That's all. That's all. But you know what? We're going to dive into that actual fight. But before we talk about it, we're going to knock out some logistics. You can check out our website, which is www.urbansportscene.com. You can subscribe to our podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, and other podcast platforms. Just search the Urban Sports Scene. If you are on YouTube, you can subscribe to our Urban Sports Scene YouTube channel. You can also, looking at this video right now, hit that subscribe button. Also like this video. Liking is free. All that stuff is free. So feel free to do that. If you're in the YouTube chat if you're in the YouTube chat, we accept super chats. Super chats help us support our show. The super chats will be prioritized over all comments in the chat. So if it gets real busy, we'll probably try to lean more towards super chats. Don't forget to tweet us at Urban Sports Scene. Hit us up on IG and TikTok at Urban Sports Scene and like our Urban Sports Scene Facebook page. You can also join our Urban Sports Scene Facebook group. Just search Urban Sports Scene, sports bloggers, sports podcasters, and sports debates. All right. Ray mentioned where we're going to talk about Dalton Smith, TKO and Subriel Matias in the 5th round to become the WBC Super Lightweight Champion. All right, Ray, you saw the fight. I saw the fight. But before we go and dive into some breaking down certain things, what was your overall opinion of the fight?
So I wanted to take this opportunity to talk about just the biased commentary in boxing because I feel like it's different. I feel like it's different from any other sport. Like, for example, we got Tony Romo, Troy Aikman, Tom Brady, right? Mm-hmm. But I don't know. Maybe Troy Aikman sometimes you can tell he's, you know, leaning a certain way, especially of course the Cowboys. But boxing is so egregious. And this fight, in my eyes or my opinion, is a great example of biased commentary, big time. Like right before Dalton Smith knocks out Subriel Matias, he said Matias is punishing Dalton Smith. Dalton Smith was trying to get out of his corner and get back in that in the middle of that square circle because he believed he saw something. Matias goes in with his hands down, and they weren't calling him out for it.
Yeah.
He can knock somebody out, but like I said, I didn't want to get there yet. I'm just saying.
Dive in, right?
I don't know if you felt that way about the commentary, but I felt like the entire fight is like if Dalton caught him, they'd say, "Oh, nice shot," but he's getting caught with 6, 7. I remember when he said that. I'm like, seriously, bro. So I thought that's what stood out to me. But you know what? Fans were booing at times, but Matias, his style, although I didn't like his game plan of just marching in like a Terminator, he's like a brick wall that stalks you. He still has an entertaining style, and people are still going to want to watch him fight. Either he's going to get knocked out or he's going to knock you out, and that's dope. Now, nobody watches Subriel Matias to see him go to the scorecard to a decision. So it was entertaining, and the fact that upset took place, I just think it was dope because it's a reminder in the boxing game that fighters need to fight. You never know what can happen. However, people like Devin Haney or Richardson Hitchens, Subriel Matias, stay away from boxers, bro, because they will destroy him. They will destroy him. But guys that felt like I can fight on the inside with him, even though the commentary say, "Oh, this is dumb. Dalton Smith is fighting his fight." Nah, bro. It was a cool fight. Surprised it ended as early as it did. And I thought the stoppage was early. We could get there later, too. I told you that. I felt like Matias had enough sort of equilibrium to be able to get back in there and continue to fight. And he would have regained it as time went on. Dude, you and I were watching not together, but this was because this was kind of during COVID. Oscar Valdez. Remember his fight? It was during COVID. Doggone, who was he fighting? I'll have to find a name.
I'm trying to remember the fight back. Go ahead.
Oscar Valdez had his opponent like extremely hurt. You were like, nah, they don't need to stop you yet. You know what I'm saying? He ended up knocking him out cold. I can't think of his name. I can see him in my head.
But I'm just saying, like, I know you're talking about, but when they did the standing 8 count, he didn't stumble back like that. But we getting all that later. But that was my thing. That was just my thing. But anyway, like to your point, I want to go back to the point that you made about bias. Like, did I feel that way? You're damn right I felt that way. I was sitting there thinking, like, Smith is tagging this dude too. Y'all ain't even giving that same narrative. The only narrative you had was like, he's fighting Matias' fight. And I do agree with that. Don't get it wrong. I do agree with that narrative. He was fighting this fight. But like he wasn't the only one. Like throughout, like Matias hurt him in the 3rd round. And I get that. He did hurt him in the 3rd round. But like y'all didn't act like dude was tagging him too. They didn't acknowledge that he was going toe to toe and landing clean shots in that same process. I'm feeling like I'm like Smith's combinations were on point. Like he was accurate with his punches. It wasn't like he threw wasted punches. He was very accurate in his punches, and he had intent. Matias, every once in a while, I thought he did some pitter-pat shots. I don't think those shots at a time, some of the ones they were kind of hyping, wasn't any power shots, some of them. But when he did land power shots, you could see it. He busted Smith up and everything. So you know it was there. But I'm with you, man. I don't like bias commentators when you're watching the fight. I had to go to a point. I had to mute the TV, to be honest with you, watching it. I was like, this is not, y'all not gonna sway my opinion. Y'all gonna sway me.
I think this was a more egregious example of what we're talking about. People say Tim Bradley, Andre Ward, guys like that, Max Kellerman were biased. And to some degree, maybe you're correct. Although HBO, you can't talk me out of wanting to see Jim Lampley with Max Kellerman and Roy Jones. Like that team was dope. You know what I'm saying? Harold Letterman doing the scoring, bro. There's never going to be another HBO boxing. But my problem was, you mentioned the 3rd round, even the 4th round, Matias did buzz him, but Matias got buzzed right at the bell. Yes. And they were like, but yeah, he's catching with more shots. I just said, this is crazy to me. It didn't sway me either because I know what I saw with my eyes.
Yeah, exactly.
The only concern I have when it comes to that, honestly, and I know that the judges can't necessarily hear the commentary, but it just makes me think, what are the judges thinking? This is why Lamont Rose Jr. had a draw, because one punch at the end of a round could sway the judges. It's crazy to me. Okay. Nah. Oh, yeah, let's go. Adams Boxing in the building. Listen,
what's going on?
Did y'all think that the commentary was biased on that Matias?
Both of
them in the building. My guys, that commentary, I don't know if I've seen it as biased in any other fight. Like I said, Tim Bradley, Tim Bradley went off he went off script the night Keyshawn Davis couldn't fight because he was overweight. And he knew that Top Rank, that contract was in it. He went off script and it was dope because I know you're working for a network. Like, I guess you can understand to a degree. You cover like the Commanders. You try to be careful with certain things you say. You'll criticize for sure. But
I'm not careful. I mean, the reporters are though.
Well, okay. I should use it as an example, but I'm just saying some people are company guys.
You're right.
Max was an ESPN guy for a while. I just mentioned him on HBO. Totally different situation. But in this case, I just thought it was horrible. And Matias was favored, obviously. But again, if we want to get into the fight now, he's walking in early, right? And he has his hands down a lot of times. He has his hands down. I never will understand why he approaches a fighter like that or a fight like that. I understand you feel like you're gonna knock this person out. He believes that it's knockout power, and he believes he has a chin. He does. He doesn't mind getting hit. That's another thing. When it goes back to the commentaries, he gets hit a lot. But they make a lot. He always gets hit a lot, but they make it seem like, of course, he's not getting hit or he's landing more effective shots or he's landing more shots. But anyway, I thought early on, first round, like, for example, I think Dalton Smith in my eyes won the first round. That was my opinion.
No. He did. He totally won the first round.
Yeah, Matias wasn't even swinging. Second round, he got warmed up late, and that's when the commentary started going.
Yeah, that's when they started getting hyped.
His hands are down. His hands are down here. Midway second round. Matias is coming on, landing punches.
And that's when they started hype with him. Yeah,
it's wild. But what I do love though is
going on, Alexander. Always appreciate you pulling up. Matias has no defense. Yeah,
thank you, brother. See, and I like Alexander. You always pull up for boxing, bro.
Yeah, he does.
And you almost always we agree. We always agree for the most part because it's so true. Nobody.
Seen the highlights. Okay.
Seen the highlights. Never been Hal Matias. Nah, that's what I'm saying. He used to say, "I knock Haney out." Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You don't want to fight a real boxer, but Dalton Smith, I will say, I agree that he fought Matias's fight per se.
Yeah.
But he was tagging him. That's the thing. He was tagging him. And he knew it. He saw something he liked, and he was ready to get back at it, as I mentioned.
Man.
Matias,
I like
Matias is powerful, though. I will say that. He has had power. And when he hits you, you definitely going to feel it. However, fighting guys like Gary Antoine Russell, which is in part why we're doing this show, because they always pulled up, his fans, Matias' fans, when Gary Antoine Russell was on this show. It's like, oh, man, he don't want to see him, blah, blah. Bro, fights don't happen for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And the Russell family knows that better than anybody. So that was my thought. Why start out with your hands down? Although that's how he fights. He doesn't have great defense, but he continues to stalk even with his hands down. It's that Rocky style.
Yes.
And you're going to give it back. It's fun at times. It's entertaining for the fans. And we're not boxers, but as analysts of boxing, we can say, bro, you can't do this. And the whole time, the commentary, who they're supposed to be the
neutral,
quote unquote experts, they're like, Dalton Smith shouldn't be fighting his fight. It's like, bro, he's tagging him, and he did get hurt, like you said, in the third round.
He got hurt.
I don't think he was in as serious trouble as obviously Matias was once Matias got rocked.
I think he was hurt. I think he was hurt, but it's like he just got toughness. This is the portion, to your point, when we talk about this fight, where I'm gonna give Dalton Smith a lot of credit. Like, to your point, like, he fought I think it's something dope when you fight somebody else's fight and you beat him. You know what I mean? Like, that's something that's pretty dope, because he did get hurt, and it was like, Ray, you mentioned this earlier. Great point. His trainers were trying to hold him in the corner. He was all ready to go. Like, he was ready to go.
Yep.
Like, that doesn't sound like a dude that was scared of the smoke, that like was so scared of Matias's boxing power. I mean, his power punch. He wasn't concerned with it. Like, he felt it, he was comfortable, and he was like, you know what? I'm willing to trade. You know what I mean? I'm willing to trade because he felt like he had an opportunity to do what he did in the 5th round. Like, he felt that. Like, those punches were with intention. Even if you watched it in the earlier rounds, Ray, like, he went for a heavy shot. Like, he did a haymaker and missed violently and almost kind of tripped up on himself. But I felt like throughout the fight, which the commentators didn't want to mention, throughout the fight, his goal was to put Matias to sleep.
Right.
Like, his punches were intent. And I like this combinations. I was watching the fight. I was like, damn, you fighting his fight. Like, I don't know. But then, like, when you see what's happened, when he was trading and you saw that he was actually landing really stone cold, tough punches, honestly, they were more solid punches than Matias. To me, they were more solid than Matias's punches. But Matias is stronger. You can see it. Alexander said Dalton hurt Matias with a huge body shot in the 5th round. Yeah, that too. Yeah, he definitely did. Like, he was really mixing up his attack. Like, he would go to the body, then he would go towards the head, then he hit the combination that kind of got him rocked. We saw him off balance, and then he went down on the second punch, on the extra counter punch. So I give him credit, because it's hard to go when you're not deemed like, you know, like a Shakur or Bud Crawford or Tank or whoever, when you're not deemed one of them dudes, and you fight somebody else's fight and still win, you got to give that person flowers. That just shows that, 1, the tenacity, 2, the heart, and 3, the skill. Like, he was skilled enough to get in the pocket, fight this man fight. It was basically like a Rocky type of fight, and knock this dude out.
Man, I'm looking for, you sent me a post recently. I'm looking for about who the mandatory. You just sent it today.
Oh, it's Puello.
Okay, okay, because I want to make sure I get there later, before we close out.
Yeah,
but since we got Alexander in the building and Adams Boxing, y'all saw the highlights. So whoever, I mean, we have enough listeners to.
I mean, Alexander saw the fight.
We who saw the fight, and even if you saw highlights, do you think it was an early stoppage? Because I personally did. Wole disagree, and I'm okay with that, by the way, because, you know, like Wole said, he was stumbling, but he got up pretty quick. You know,
he got up quick, but it's just that when he was doing the count, he was still like stumbling. So the official was not going to, like, in my opinion, I'm not mad either way, because I know what it was the only knockout. It was only knockdown. So I know what you're saying, Ray. I agree. He said no. So he agrees with you. Yeah,
he agreed with you.
Yeah, he agrees with me.
Yeah, he agreed with you.
Yeah.
He said he didn't think it was early stoppage.
Yeah, because he was still wobbling.
Hold on. Do you not agree? Hold on. I think I phrased it right. I said, do you think feel like it was too early for stoppage? You said no. Okay. Yeah, he's with you.
Okay.
He's with you.
So I just felt like his wobble at 10, he was still wobbling. Like 9, 10, he was still wobbling. If he didn't wobble, I think he would have been straight. I know what you're coming from, Ray, because that's the only time you went down. We're given the opportunity to do it again, right? So, like, I don't know. No, it's not, sir.
Yeah. I'm okay with it. Like I said, like when I saw it in real time, I was like, okay, no big deal. Yeah. But afterwards, like I said, I go back to Oscar Valdez versus Miguel Berchelt. Berchelt he had sea legs for quite some time. He was like, he'll be all right. He did.
No, but I'm saying that when he got up, he wasn't like, he didn't fall. He didn't stumble back. He didn't stumble. If my memory serves me correctly, I could be wrong. I'm like, my memory.
I just feel like
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No. I'll cut you off, bro.
No, you're good.
Oh, I just feel like certain boxers, right? They get certain, like for example, Fury. People say he got a long count.
Agree.
Deontay Wilder.
Agree. That's something I agree.
Fury. I think that was Otto Wallen fight. He had a gash that any other fighter they would have the doctors would have stopped it. It was too big of a cut. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree.
For whatever reason, they let him fight on. Same way Tim Tszyu bled out like
that's true.
A woman on her period, and they let the man continue to fight, bro. So I just feel like, I don't know what it was. Maybe this, and the referee was extra. I don't know how many times he got in the middle and was like, "Break up, follow my ring." They both were doing the same. They both were doing the same thing. They couldn't hear the bell for one, but I don't know. That ref was blowing me, bro.
But I will tell, I'm not mad at the ref because they weren't listening to him at the same time. They really were like ignoring him to a point where I get why he was frustrated. No, because he kept holding. He was like, "Stop holding." Because all he did was hold, and he tried to stop him holding.
They both were doing it, hitting the clinch, all that.
Smith was holding a lot. Like I hold you, he was holding a lot.
Well, that was part of his game plan.
I know. I can tell.
That's the only accurate part of commentary. Yeah. Like he's
only accurate part, right?
He's following Liam Perrow's. He's following his game plan where he's gonna hold, he's gonna clinch, and he's gonna get a shot in. Yeah. But like I said, Matias is just. I'm not gonna say dirty, but Matias has dirty tactics too. He does, and we saw it on display. I thought the ref was always in the middle of it. He
was always in the middle, but I think he was pissed off they weren't listening. But he was always. I think that's the reason why he was in the middle. Adam said these refs nowadays are different, fam. They stop at any serious trouble.
See, my thing is, it depends on who the fighter is.
No, Ray, you're right. If it's a prize fight, if it's a real prize fight, they're not going to stop it because the money that's involved in it. I agree with you.
Like for example, Will T. We had a group chat. Shout out to our guy Will T.
Yeah, Will, shout out.
He texted us during the Errol Bud fight. He said Errol is done. Yeah. But they want to give Errol a chance to see if he can come back.
Because it is. It's the cage.
That's the thing. The integrity of judging and the reffing. Gervonta Davis, they let that man take a knee. That doesn't happen because because it's saying take Tony Lamont in the ring. Listen, you ain't gonna win. They're not gonna let you win. Like folks know what's going on. I just feel like if it was a prize fighter that was wild like Matias, so they would let him go out on his shield, quote unquote.
If it was Terrence, it definitely was Terrence Earl. They would let it go. I agree with that. I'm not gonna argue. I won't debate that.
I wasn't mad. I wasn't like I'm not mad at you. Like no, that was egregious. The Rolly stoppage against the older fighter. Can't think of his name. Hey, tell me if y'all remember. Remember, Rolly was getting rocked by the older dude. Yeah, and then Rolly did one flurry and they stopped it. And it was like against a fighter. Dude was only like 39. But he looked older than mother. That was one of the worst stoppages. I've seen some bad stoppages. That's probably the worst stoppage I've ever seen in boxing.
Yeah, I do agree with you. Like I think that it depends on your name.
Yeah, for sure.
But I would say it definitely depends on your name. But I'm with you now. Like now that you explain it, I'm just not mad at the stoppage because the stoppage isn't.
Barroso. Yeah, see, bro.
Yeah, I'm just not mad. I guess I don't feel like it's. I don't feel like it's a bad stoppage. I guess that's the thing. I'm not mad at the stoppage. I don't think it's a bad stoppage. That's all. I'm not mad at
Thank you. Rolly was throwing punches. He's like, considering the dude's age and his frailty, I stopped. I think it was Tony Weeks that was the ref in that fight. I'm pretty sure it was. I was like, that's BS. I mean, that changed Rolly's life, bro. He got a belt. He got a belt out of that bull crap.
I mean, what's going on? I mean, he always gets a belt out of something. Like he always gets like a belt. I'm just saying. I don't know if we see the consistency I would like to see across anything. Judging is pretty consistently bad. I'll say it's consistently bad. But in terms of reffing, I just felt like he was a little extra. But Matias didn't argue. I mean, he argued at the time he argued, but after the fight, he didn't complain. And that speaks
to the fact that he was potentially hurt. And if I'm not mistaken, he went to the hospital. Him and Dalton Smith took a picture together afterwards in the hospital. Yeah, and that can be protocol, but it also could be when you get seriously hurt. So
they both were smacking each other. They both should go to the hospital.
And it was only 5 rounds. That's what I'm saying. It's crazy. But that's where, if you're Matias's coaches, like, people criticize who they want to criticize in the corner. Brian Norman Sr. has gotten criticism as of late. People even tried to say Lamont Rosia, did he have a good game plan because Lamont stood in front of Pitbull Cruz in the beginning? What about Matias's corner? Like, to let that man fight the same type of style every single fight where he's getting tagged, coming in constantly, stalking with his hands down, I just think it's not smart. It's not smart at all.
I think they know his limitations. Let's put it that way.
I just don't think he's
some people can regardless. Well, no, he's not going to change. He's not going to change. He's limited. That's what I mean. I'm trying to say this in a nice way. He's limited. So therefore, that's what works best for him. That's the only way he can fight.
Like the stalker.
That's the only way. You can fight the same way all the way.
When I catch you, it's going to be a wrap.
He fights the same way. You haven't changed yet, and you already caught L's, and you've been down. You're not going to change. That means you're only fighting one way. He only fights one way. You know what I mean? If we gotta take you the third loss for you should have changed after your first one for real. It's definitely your second one, and arguably your loss. You could have 4 losses already. So I'm just saying, like, he has to change his style.
So it's like punchers.
I know. You know this boxer?
So yeah. I didn't catch it though, bro. No, I didn't watch it.
I did not.
But what I was gonna say is like punchers. Like, for example, if I gotta look at skill level. For example, like we always say, Deontay Wilder at this stage of his career, and as him as a boxer, he started boxing late anyway. But there's no way he could just become a better boxer. He just doesn't have that. He's a knockout. He's a knockout artist. He's a home run hitter, whatever you want to call him. But Matias, to me, is a little more skill, has a little more IQ. That I think he could get better than this. I'm gonna stalk you with my hands down and get tagged in the process, but then I'm gonna knock you out. Because even in some of his fights where he scored knockouts, he got hit a lot. And I think it was Alexander said he has no defense. Yeah. I think
he does have no defense.
With the right coach, I think they could possibly tweak some of his game. I do.
It's possible. I don't know his footwork is that great. I mean, I just feel like there's certain things he's kind of like that's the reason why he stalks. His footwork isn't great. I don't think that's something that he can really. That's like Deontay's problem, right? He doesn't have great footwork. I don't think his footwork is great. So that's my opinion when it comes to him. I just think that he fights that style because that's the best way for him to win. To be honest with you, that's the best because he puts pressure. It's almost like it's like a Ward or something.
Like Mickey Ward?
It's like a Mickey Ward. Definitely not like Andre, like Mickey.
No, Andre was a tactician. Yeah. But so what do fans? What in the world? Yeah, hey, have you seen some of Wole's old Wilder takes? Like he was like they go into the body in the bathroom, that type of dude. It was actually kind of funny. I don't know if you actually posted that. You should have. But bro,
that's a long time ago. I don't think I had that. That's before we started doing stuff like that.
No. We was on camera when we did that, man. He was like, yeah, for sure. I mean, because we remember we had a discussion about him retiring and going to commentary. He was like, how could he commentate anything when he doesn't have like that knowledge to be able to apply it or whatever? But anyway, I'm just, man, that's crazy.
Look, man, he trains, so he's a better boxer than me. So I can't even hold it. He trains. He's a better boxer than me. Well, he knows more than me. I'll put it that way.
I just wonder. What I'm wondering is, Adams, y'all in the building, y'all some of the most knowledgeable guys that I guess that we know when it comes to boxing. My man Lightskin Lou is another one that comes to mind. Oh yeah. But what do the fans that are like stands of Matias, what do they see? Is it the knockout power that they're enamored with? Because like Tank is a knockout artist, but he's skilled. And people like us get frustrated because we want to see him get tested. However, Matias, you're basically saying this man is one way. This is how he's going to fight, and it ain't going to change anything. That's why you don't see any adjustments from his corner most of the time.
He's the Puerto Rican I crush you. That's all he'll do.
He speak a little English now. Let me not say that, but
yeah.
I'm just saying I don't get it's certain fans. I just don't understand the logic. And I give Adams Boxing credit. They be going back and forth with folks on Twitter. I don't got the energy, bro. Like sometimes
about Matias?
No, about anybody. Some boxing fans are so blinded by, I guess, their loyalty to a fighter or because they're fandom that they can't see flaws. Like me and you couldn't deny we were arrow stands, bro, and we couldn't even argue no more. Like we were actually dejected. Like dang, like it made me question myself as a
Facts. It is.
I had a fan and an analyst of the sport. Like,
no, real talk. I always thought that yeah, that one crushed me. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You was done, and you watched it in public. That was smart.
I know that was very smart, Ray. I know. I watched it with Bud supporters, dog.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Hey, that's crazy.
Everybody like, I told you so. I'm like,
bro, never have I been so wrong in my life. I don't think
ever. That was the one. I'm like, I have to reassess how I look at certain boxers now.
But see, like a blind Arrow fan would say, if you'd fought for the car accident, here's the thing. He just fought Ugas and he looked like Errol
again. That's why I never use that. That's why I never use that.
I would have liked to see it earlier, but the fact that he looked like himself, he didn't look like himself against Danny Garcia. I will admit that.
Yeah, I'll admit that. Yeah.
When he fought Ugas, it's like, okay, Errol's back, make the fight happen right now. Yeah. And then
because we all said it. When as soon as we saw him against Ugas, we was like, okay, he ready. But yeah, so I think you kind of talked about it a little bit. So I'll put this. Let me put it this way, because we did say this is a semi-troll show. What is next for what is next for Matias? What is next for him?
Ooh. Like, well, he's in a division, bro, where it's a lot of options. Now, obviously, he's not going to be in line for like any of the top guys. But I think I have a name, Kenneth Sims.
Okay.
I think that'll be a good fight for him. A good comeback fight. Kenneth Sims is coming off a loss. Kenneth Sims is extremely skilled. Kenneth Sims has
I'm not familiar with him. That's what I'm asking.
Really?
Yeah.
Boy from Chicago. He's from Chicago.
Okay. What's his record?
Good question. I know I can't tell you that. Okay. I'm not Wayne.
I'm
Adams,
looking him up now.
I can't just tell you on the jump what his record is. You can look it up. Kenneth Sims Jr.
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Because I don't want to say it as though he's somebody, because he's not at the bottom of the division. He's probably somewhere like in the middle of the division. So it's like you're not going to get the top of it. So why not? Why not? But to be honest with you, another name that could come into play that would be a great style, Pitbull Cruz.
Oh, that would be amazing. That's
because somebody's going to get hit and knocked out. Somebody it's going to be dirty. So you seen Kenny Sims fight a few times?
No, I have not. I haven't
seen no, Alexander has. He said.
Oh, okay.
So if you're gonna go a fan-friendly route that's going to continue to get you paid and it's going to bring in that Mexican Puerto Rican rivalry, then Pitbull just fought at 140. He's probably going to stay there. Then that's probably the fight that he should go after. And it will, like I said, it will be interesting.
He was good. Well, yeah,
that's my guy right there.
My guy. Yeah.
But other than that, like if he doesn't get like Kenneth Sims, maybe Frank Martin would take that fight. Although Frank Martin's someone fighting Haney at 147, I think. But yeah, I don't know.
No, I like your Pitbull one. That's a good one, actually. That's a good fit. That's a good one, because that's somebody Pitbull's gonna knock out anyway. So,
you think he would knock him out?
Hell yeah, Pitbull will knock him out. He would definitely knock him out. Pitbull
somebody's getting knocked out.
I think it'll be good.
He coming in with his hands down.
Yeah, Pitbull, he will smack him. But it will be a good fight because they'll both be getting punches off. I think you did it. That's a good one. That's an awesome fan.
Now, if he wants to go the safe route and still fan friendly and make money, Rolly.
I don't want to see that fight.
I know. I don't either. I'm just telling you. So I gave you Pitbull, Kenneth Sims.
I like Kenneth Sims. I like the Pitbull one a lot.
If I was Pitbull, that's easy. That's easy.
Yeah,
money.
just because you just can keep banking. If I'm Pitbull, after what I did, after what Lamont did to me, and I'll take this fight just for public opinion. Get everybody hyped up on me again. Well, some people like him, but give folks extra hype on him. And then fight the next person. So
is Matias not signed with Eddie Hearn? He's not signed with Matchroom. Who's he signed with? Because Eddie Hearn was a little too excited for
the other dude. Yeah, I know. He was happy for Smith.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, maybe like Kenneth Sims or Matias is a solid fight. Pitbull would take the fight with Matias. Matias will be right there. I agree.
Exactly. He's right there. He's not moving. It's not like a boxer.
I don't think he would take the Kenneth Sims fight. Kenneth Sims, that'd be a good fight for him to kind of.
He lost 3 fights. He lost 3 fights.
He got 3 losses. Like I say, he's just coming off a loss, man. Where he fought in his hometown, and I thought that was gonna be a good look for him.
Yeah, young boy.
Yeah, I mean, he has a great story. He has a great story.
Wait, the Oscar Duarte. What fight? What card was that on?
They were the main event that night.
They were the main event.
They were the main event that night.
Oh, okay. I think may I have not seen him.
Yeah. Duarte beat him.
Oh, he's not with Matchroom.
Okay, that makes sense.
I thought not. Yeah.
Who the heck is Matias signed with? That's the see again. This is some stuff I don't know. I'm only asking because
I'll find out.
If Matias fights Pitbull is PBC. So it's hard to get out and reach across the aisle to other, promoters, Turk or Eddie Hearn, that type of thing. But I think Pitbull would definitely say, you know what, give me that brother. I will take that fight.
I mean, plus they can do that on like, dang,
bro, it would sell. They would make money, and it would be so entertaining. It wouldn't be a lot of defense. Somebody's going to sleep, and that's what boxing fans, the casuals, pull up for. Matias beat Puello. He beat Puello.
Yeah, he beat Puello, but he shouldn't have.
By decision, he beat Puello.
By decision. Who said he did? Who asked that question?
Oh, he said
I think he lost too. I think he said he believes.
Nah, he didn't lose to Puello, but
maybe that's his opinion. That's maybe his opinion.
Oh, yes, that is right. That will they agree? It was close. But again, it's biased judging.
Fresh Productions. He's with Fresh Productions.
Fresh Promotion, Caribbean baseball. That's hilarious. That makes sense.
Fresh Production.
Okay, well, that's fine though. You can make the Pitbull fight happen. Well, that's the one you want to see.
Yeah,
you can make it happen.
Yeah, I just looked at it. It says Fresh Productions, whatever that is.
Yeah, Alexander said Fresh Promotion. Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's not close enough. Yeah,
I'm just same thing. Y'all both saying the same thing, but I think that's good enough to where PBC will take that fight.
Yeah, Telly, I think he lost to Puello. He didn't. They gave him the win, but I thought he lost to Puello.
Puello, you thought Puello beat Gary. I mean Antoine. I thought.
Yeah, I would lean
Antoine's way in that.
I thought that Puello edged him out. Personally, I did. I thought so. But I said that the reason even that Antoine didn't fight his fight.
Antoine would run that back, but man, Puello fell off since the Matias lost.
Bro. Well, I mean, when he get a belt, he can always fight on because now we talked about it. We talked about what's next for Matias, but now just talk about the winner. I'm gonna give the winner some energy. Dalton Smith.
Oh, that's right.
Puello is the mandatory, and he gets to fight him. So you've seen Dalton Smith. I've seen him a few times on that, like the London cards. I have seen him before.
I have to.
Yeah. So he was. I think he's 19-0 now. He was 18.
I think Puello beats him, to be honest.
You think so? All right. Why do you think Puello? Because he's a slicker boxer and he's a frustrating boxer.
He does great counter puncher and uses his reach in an amazing fashion.
He does.
It's interesting because Antoine, we've been interviewing him since he was young, and remember he used to say, if I find myself with somebody's got the upper hand on me, or if somebody is having me fight their fight, that means I'm not listening to my corner, or whatever. Puello, he kind of did that, even though again I lean, maybe I'm biased, whatever. But Puello, like I said, Puello is it's no doubt in mind, he's an excellent counter puncher. Counter puncher. And I think that Dalton Smith, while he may have different styles, that's the best way what we saw this past weekend for him to beat a high caliber fighter. Is he got to put him to sleep. And I don't think and Puello's got a chin too.
Yeah. I mean, Puello doesn't, I don't know if his chin is, Puello knows how to not get hit directly. Like he stays away from the big hit. So that would kind of helps him out a little bit. I'm very interested, but I mean, it's in I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm almost on the side saying Matias's power is a little bit overrated, but that's a whole different conversation. He's powerful.
Yeah, he's powerful though.
He's powerful, but you know what I mean. I feel like everybody makes it seem like he's Tank, and like Tank's power is different. You know what I'm saying? It ain't Tank power. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. I'm not the most like. Sometimes I tend to like I'm negative about Tank at times, but I'm not going to ever downplay his power. His power is like elite.
Tank is smaller, but like if I had to compare somebody, it's like Canelo can walk you down, but he walks you down with his hands up, and he's a real Terminator. He puts you to sleep.
He'll put you to sleep.
Like he's did, time and time again.
If he catch you clean, he's gonna put you to sleep.
I'm trying to think Caleb Plant, like the way he beat Caleb Plant.
Yes.
Matias, he doesn't have that type of power.
Yeah, I guess what I'm saying.
He fights like Canelo though, where he tries to walk you down and it basically put you out.
To your point, I guess my thing is your power doesn't match your style. What I mean by that is your style and defense. Like you make it seem as if your power is so elite. Right. All I gotta do is put my hands on you and you're gonna go down off the rip. And it ain't that type of it's power. Don't get it twisted. It is power, but it ain't good enough to keep yourself open. Like you're not that good. You're not good enough. Like even like, for instance, as much as as negative as I am about Deontay Wilder, it's the same thing, right? But it's a positive. I mean, Deontay's power, his power is so elite that he can decide to walk through a punch. But if he catch you clean, chances are you're going down. If he catch you clean, chances are you are definitely going down because he has elite power. But I mean, that's neither here nor there. But Puello versus Smith, that would be an interesting fight because I do like the way Smith puts his combinations together. But to your point, right, Puello he's smart enough not to take direct hits, and he's crafty as a boxer and annoying as a boxer, and does certain little slick, I don't want to call it dirty, but something slick, rule bending things in the game to kind of frustrate a boxer and get the edge. You know what I mean? To me, he's the type of dude that doesn't care about the style of a fight. He doesn't care about pleasing the fans. He's going to do whatever it takes to win. He don't care about giving the fans what they want to see. He does care about winning on his terms. Lisa Lewis,
nice.
Matias, way overrated.
Thank you.
He said it was going to happen sooner or later. Agree, Lisa.
Well, that's weird. I mean, he's already lost before, at least. He got knocked out his first loss, so it's not a shock. But
no, he is overrated though.
We know that anyway. But Lisa, did you hear the commentary? You wouldn't have thought from watching that we already kind of discussed it, but you were just pulling up. The commentators were basically saying this dude was going to knock out Smith, and it wasn't any question. He's hitting him with too many shots.
Yeah.
Okay. By Liam Perro. Oh, Matias got scored by Perro. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Smith. The thing about it is, well, I'm gonna ask you this because this does go along the lines of what promoters think. It don't matter. Mandatories don't matter. You know, it's some BS.
I know.
We got purse bids, all types of stuff coming to play. But would you, Wole, stay home on a Saturday night and say, Ray, let's do a post-fight show after Smith versus Puello? Probably not, right?
No, not at all.
So you gotta look.
We can do a recap later on.
If you're Eddie Hearn, you're gonna have to try to play matchmaker in a way that makes sense, or you're gonna have to market it to a different audience, like in the UK. Period.
Did you tell you? Hold on before you say I'll be in Vegas for Antoine fight February 21st. Y'all going?
Dope.
He's on the barriers versus Ryan Garcia undercard. I probably won't be able to go, but we will be talking about it though. We'll probably do some type of recap. Probably do a recap about the fight.
Yeah, Antoine he's different. You know what I'm saying? Obviously knocking out Well, he didn't knock him out, but he dominated. He won every round against Rayo Valenzuela. And you haven't seen Rayo since. It's been close to a year in March, and there's no discussion about what Rayo is going to do. I think Rayo was pretty surprised by that, which is interesting to me. But
he found an Asian cat, right? The Asian dude.
Well, Antoine, is he Japanese?
I think Japanese. Yeah, Japanese dude, I believe.
Dalton Smith, Puello will do $50K in a soccer stadium in the UK. That's what I said. If it's going to be in the UK, that makes sense.
Yeah, he is because he's bigger than he's bigger in the UK. That's true. He doesn't. I mean, everybody's bigger in the UK.
Nah.
Not to be like funny, but everybody bigger in the UK. All the like they're.
See, that's the thing, man.
They love their boxes over there.
You look at fights in the UK and you love it, man. That's why AJ at the top of his game was a beautiful thing to watch.
Yeah.
But it's the time frame for us in the States that makes it difficult. Like if you got to be really good, you got to be in a way good to adjust your whole life schedule in order to watch some boxing.
Yeah, he fighting Andy Hiraka.
But that makes sense, though. It makes sense. You with Matchroom, that's what's gonna happen. I would watch. I'm just that big of a boxing fan, but I'm just saying we'll see what Eddie Hearn wants to do. Puello being a mandatory, I think they can make that work. I think Puello would love that smoke. He would probably look at it as a extremely winnable fight, and then he puts himself back in line to try to unify again, which brings in the Gary Antoine Russells of the world, and then Rolly Romero or whatever. Oh, it's Rolly. Where's his belt? Is it? No, it was at 140.
No, Rolly's right. Yeah, Rolly's around.
He got the belt at 140.
Yeah, Rolly's around.
But yeah, it's too hard to unify, man. It's annoying, bro.
They are 5 p.m. Yeah, the UK fights are already a good time.
You see, that's good for me. You know how late I do. See, I'm up late, bro. I could be up at midnight watching the fight, and that's when I'm probably most lit. 5 p.m. I'm doing something. Although, again, I love boxing. Oh no, Rolly's at 147. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Yeah, Rolly ducking.
Oh, he did because he put on the weight. He put on the weight to beat Garcia.
He ducking smoke out there for real.
He put on the way to beat Garcia, right? Yeah, I forgot about that fight.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, you're right. 147. Right. He's not at 140. So hold on. Who's the three? Oh, it's Hitchens. It's Hitchens, Antoine, and now Dalton Smith, correct? Are those
Oh
three
yeah,
champs
Dalton
at
Smith.
140?
I believe so.
Yeah, Hitchens. What is Hitchens doing, bro? Now Hitchens would be a good fight, right? Because he's not with Eddie Hearn no more. Never mind. There ain't nobody gonna watch that fight. Eddie Hearn, like, I lost money for. He can't stand Richardson, boy. Like, how you gonna leave me, bro?
Oh yo, the voice almost got me.
It's crazy.
Hey, Telly, we'll say it. Yeah, Telly. Yeah, FYI, I'm gonna try to get Twan though. I'm trying to get Twan. Letting you know, 'cause I know Telly he related to the Russells. I'm gonna try to get Twan. But yeah, like Smith.
5 a.m. I got you.
Yeah, 5 a.m.
every day.
Yeah, Tio got the WBO at 140.
Oh,
man.
Okay, so who am I? What am I getting wrong then? Because Twan got a belt.
Yeah, Twan got a belt. Tio got a belt. Does Hitchens does he got a belt?
I thought Hitchens was a champion at 142. I thought he was. Alexander gonna get us right, man. He gonna get us right.
You're right. But yeah, man, I do think I think Smith is on a good, like, I think Pollo is winnable for Smith. He gets that fight, then he's got an opportunity to get, like, you know, I think you talked about maybe Lamont getting an opportunity to fight maybe somebody like Smith. Didn't you mention Lamont?
That was the rumor that he was going to target Smith.
Yeah.
So that's a potential fight. Now, if you're going to talk about logistics,
IBF,
Lamont.
IBF.
Okay. So we were right. So Lamont is not going to travel to the UK unless the bag is like extremely good, because you just heard his father was just with us a couple weeks ago. He said the next fight is going to be the East Coast. It's going to be somewhere where it's close enough to where folks who are from the DC area could get there. Like I said, but if the money's right, I believe Lamont. Lamont looked at that fight. And he feel like he could beat Dalton Smith. He does, but I just don't know if he's willing to go to the UK for that.
Yeah, no, I agree. We got here.
That the judges screw Lamont. If Lamont wins against Pitbull Cruz and Gary Antoine wins, they were on that collision course, man. But the draw kind of hurt that, from what I understand. But Lamont said before the fight, definitely a rematch with Tank or Gary Antoine was what he was pushing. Or the winner of Shakur Teo, my bad, is what he was looking at potentially next. Absolutely.
I mean, I think we have to. I mean, like, to your point, like, we have to get to. They got to see what lines up for both fighters. You know what I'm saying? So I think that both fighters. I think that if this fight has to happen, one, for it to be a real fight to come up, a real actual fight to come up, like, both fighters have to win their next fight. Well, both fighters have to win their next fight. But even that, I feel like if Antoine has to fight Antoine's gonna have to fight somebody else to kind of get to that level of where Lamont is in terms of, like, money draw right now.
100% true. So Antoine fights in February. Lamont's hand injury won't be healed till March. Lamont is going to be looking at getting back in the ring, according to Pops, going to be getting back in the ring somewhere about end of March, April.
Yeah.
That's too soon for Antoine, so it wouldn't happen anyway until at the earliest the fall. So fall of next year, that could still be on a collision course. Although there would have to be some negotiations behind the scenes. There would have to be some stuff that would be discussed, like certain issues that they would have to iron out before that fight would happen. Even though the naked eye, like Adams Boxing saying, of course, in the DC area, that's going to be huge. That's going to be huge. The DMV, as they say, my DC folks telling me not to say that no more. You're either from Maryland or Virginia, or you're from DC. Don't say the DMV. Like, that's a BS. Anyway, but
all right, good for them.
Yeah, exactly. It's not that serious. But in terms of the 140 division, Lamont joining that discussion does make it that much more dope. I love it.
Yeah. I think realistically the fight happens in like a year.
If I'm Twan, though, for real, I'm being real, and he sparred Shakur many times. Yeah. Twan is going, if you go out and dominate your fight, then get the winner of that fight. Get the winner of Shakur Teo. Yeah. That's what you would need. Well, that signature fight that people talk about, because he's so skilled, he's so talented. People who really watch boxing, they know that. But to the naked eye, nobody knew who Lamont Roach was outside. Lamont Roach said that too. He's like, people may not be familiar with me, as familiar. I'm not as big of a name. And then look what happened. Antoine will probably have, and Antoine's great on camera. He's charismatic. Like, he has the potential to be a star. I just think that would be a good look, and he believes he can beat Teo. He said a number of times he fought Shakur. Shakur was on here with us. He said me and him would be a hell of a fight. Yeah. So I think it would happen possibly.
Or Antoine, like, if I was him, like, just focus on, and I'm gonna be real, like, if I'm Antoine, I may not even do the Teo Shakur fight. I would get my give back and capture belts. Like, I'll capture belts. Like, I would take Like I'll get my rematch. I'll take my L away from Puello and get my belt back. I'll get that, take the L away.
Well, that's
what I would do first. Like before anything, I would fight Puello. If he beats Smith, I would fight Puello, get my belt back, and I'm gonna get that L back. Get that L that's on my record. Get it back. Do that, I think if he does that and beats him in a decisive manner, then I think everything else is in play because it's like you take something away.
He wants to get that back, but he also his bigger goal is to clean out the division and fighting Tio. Would be a good look. But think about this, Shakur. I think if Shakur wins, I think Shakur fights Hitchens. To be honest with you, because
I don't think Shakur,
although they used to be cool, there's some bad blood because you know Hitchens, aka Africa, he was almost best friends with like Tank at one point, and Tank and Shakur were beefing. And Shakur was like, basically like, bro, I can't rock with you because you rocking with my enemy, bro. I can't do it. That would be a good fight. And, Hitchens is looking for some money at this point. Although Hitchens and Twan could fight, they fought 3 times in the amateurs, once in the Olympics, including that. And Antoine won all of them. But that last fight, man, like I said, I tell everybody, go back and watch. It was a really good fight. I rock with Richardson, to be honest with you. And him and Shakur would be a good fight for the East Coast, New York, New Jersey, something like that. And a lot of fans, or even Philly, it could work.
Yeah, I prefer or back to Smith. He has a lot to choose from in his route. He does have a lot. If you, like you said, Ray, if Puello isn't like the sexy fight and they find a way to maneuver the mandatory fighter, which happens, right? We've seen that. People will find a way to maneuver through it. He has options though. Like he's put himself in a place where he has multiple options in his weight class to kind of build his name. Because say he does fight one of these individuals and get another big win. Because I look at him different. Like I don't think he's like a flash in the pan like Kambosos. Like he's not like that type of boxer. I do think he has skill enough where he can beat some of these good boxers. My man DC said, I love to see Gary Jr. Deserves a payday before he officially retires.
Now, Andre Ward would not let Shakur fight that fight years ago at 126. Shakur is ready now.
Okay.
If I'm Gary, I totally do that. Why not go out with that?
Because Gary was even talking about fighting what's his face? My guy.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, everybody loves it. Everybody want to fight my man anyway. They need to leave my guy alone. My man. But yeah, I think that'd be a good fight for Gary. I mean, everybody Ray knows the fight that I wanted for Gary. But it ain't gonna happen. He getting arrested. He getting arrested again. You heard?
There's a warrant out for Tank's arrest.
Tank.
Yeah. And they got him on camera. So
they got him on camera. I know that.
Yeah. So it's not directly related to his Baltimore case, but they could say in Maryland that's a violation of probation. So we might not see Tank for a while unless the court case drags out and people want to see him that bad that a promoter will put him in the ring. I doubt it though. So we can, but we don't. The division doesn't need Tank 135 or 140.
It doesn't.
And then Keyshawn's at 140 now. Well, I'm telling you, 140 might be the most low division. I think we said that before on the show. Yeah. And these dudes like Antoine, they can all move up to 147 if they want to.
But I think again, I Smith versus Lamont, which I think that'd be a good next fight for Lamont. To be honest with you, coming off there, I think that'd be a good next fight for him. To be real with you.
Got to make sense. Got to make dollars. Got to make sense for him. I just feel like Matias is a big enough draw this was a great look because we're saying Matias is overrated, blah blah. But it was a great look because nobody expected him to win. That was one of the questions. Was this an upset? In our eyes, no. But in the public, like the commentary, like we said, it was a huge upset. So now he may not be Lamont after Tank, but he's in more of demand for fights. And like you said, like Alexander said, $50K in the UK, go do it. You might as well. Don't worry about the American fans because, again, it's about making the biggest fights that's going to draw the most attention, no matter where it is. This is why many have gone abroad to fight before. Saudi Arabia, like AJ. It's just good business. Yeah.
Earl, when
he went to the UK,
when you put Kell Brook, you know what I'm saying? So I do think this is what I will say for Smith. Because there's not so many people can get a big payday in the States in terms of the gate. Like, you know what I'm saying? In terms of the gate, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna be real, like there's only but so few. Like I know you said like Lamont want to force people to fight here, but it's only in terms of like I'm talking about money, the gate money. Like if you're trying to look for that big gate money, there's nothing wrong with beating somebody in the UK. Like I ain't gonna lie to you, because you get that money, that UK money different. It does hit different.
Absolutely, man. You know what? You just made me think. I have a question that I can ask.
Yeah.
Once we get no excuse back on here, because if they've all Ben Jordan, they've all told us before, the money's right, man.
Yeah.
Unless the team says absolutely not, they go take the payday. Because we were talking about Jared Anderson when he took the payday,
of course,
and of course against Piccoli, and that didn't work out for him. But he got paid though. So
the odds were even. That's it. The odds were even. But a lot of people thought it was upset. But y'all know the odds. Yeah.
Listen, I thought it was even too going in. Man. Really, I can't give an edge to Matias because of the way he fights. So
but go ahead, Ray.
But the odd makers are real though. That is true. Lamont versus Smith. I mean, I'm a Lamont fan, so of course I would tune in to watch it. I'm just wondering would the general public be into
they would like it. They would watch it and they would watch. I mean, let me be real with you. They wouldn't.
Lamont has a good following now though. Lamont's a good following.
Let me be real with you. They wouldn't watch it in the US though.
True.
The masses would watch. I'm gonna be bluntly honest. They wouldn't watch it in the US, but they would watch it in the UK. It would be a real draw in the UK.
I think Lamont would definitely bring out some US fans for that. Like you said, 5 and 6 p.m. in the evening here. That's the only barrier.
You talking about at the game? When you mean bringing out fans? Are you talking about
not the venue? No, I'm talking about in terms of viewership.
No, see, I'm talking about the venue. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, it's going to sell regardless. I mean, Clarissa Shields and Savannah Marshall sold huge numbers in the UK.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's my point.
Is dope when it comes to boxing. Like,
that's my point.
Alexander said.
That's my point. So why you're getting that money? Why you get that money in the gate and you get the pay-per-view money in terms of like you talking about, right? Like people watching. That's now overseas. So you're getting that overseas money. And here, if you're not filling up the Barclays or whatever, if you don't fill it up, that's part of your gate money. You're gonna get that gate money in the UK because you're part of it. You're gonna say, let me get this percentage of the gate.
Yeah, for sure.
So like to me, if I'm Lamont, if we're talking about, I know I get like there's always gonna be somewhere that thought process that you're gonna get cheated when you're abroad. Like, you know what I mean? This is the hometown dude. I'm gonna get cheated abroad. We know it, that's a thing. Like, I'm not gonna play it off. But the money is right. That's why we like when we talk about, like, again, I'm gonna bring my man out there, Earl. When we talk about Earl, like we be like, that's what made Earl so dope. And he went overseas to beat up on Kell Brook. You know what I mean? Like, that wasn't favored. He wasn't favored out there. Like he could have easily got cheated out there, but he dominated that fight. So I just think, if I'm like, I would consider it. I'm not gonna say do it, but I would consider it because the money different. What did Adams Bachman pull this up? He said Lamont versus Frank Martin is slept on way too. I mean, slept on 1-2, excuse me. Both fought Tank 2, both fight on PBC as well. Not for the belt is the only thing.
Well, it would be dope in the sense that when Lamont was getting ready to fight Tank, he kept saying, "I'm not Frank Martin." You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not as inexperienced as he is, and I got higher boxing IQ. A lot of people think that Frank Martin needs more fights to continue on as a marquee name. Now, he was part of that Derrick James camp, still, of course, promoted by Man Down with Errol Spence, but Errol Spence has fell off, sadly, after the loss. So Frank Martin is not in demand. He's still a decent name, but that would be a good fight. I would love that fight. I think PBC can make that work. I think Lamont would take it, and I think that Frank Martin would be willing to fight him right here in DC, or let's say in Jersey or New York.
No,
I think that would actually work out. You would get that Texas fan base over here. It would be pretty cool. But Lamont is definitely in demand for. He's not fighting for small change no more. So I wouldn't be shocked if Lamont would call out like a Keyshawn. It depends on how Keyshawn's next fight turns out.
Even that though, like to your point though, that's the thing. Like, how much is that going to get you with Keyshawn? Like for boxing fans, you're right, but for the casuals, how much is that going? Because we're talking about money is different. It's not just boxing fans. It's the casuals.
Well, let's see what happens with the Jermaine Ortiz fight. If Keyshawn knocks out Jermaine Ortiz in less than 5 rounds after T.O. couldn't even cut the ring off against him, Keyshawn's gonna be back in line. Keyshawn's a draw though, I think.
Draw where?
In the States on the East Coast.
Where has he drawn? Which venue has he sold out?
Norfolk. That's because he's at home.
That's my point. Exactly. I know you gonna say no for. I was only gonna say it.
You don't think fans would come out to the Cap One to see?
Lamont Cap One, because that's local. It's close enough. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Lamont already trying to fight at home next anyway.
I'm not gonna argue that. Like you're right. If it's in Capital One, because you're gonna have people from that area come over here. You're gonna have both sides. Totally agree. But we're talking about if it's in New York or something like that. No, it won't draw like that.
Lamont versus Keyshawn. Wow, that would shake up boxing with that announcement. It would. And I mean, they've hinted at it before. Keyshawn has been fixated on, fighting.
Turkey wants to make Keyshawn versus.
Keyshawn was trying to fight Abdullah Mason at one point.
I know. I saw that.
Keyshawn, a wild boy. But Keyshawn is skilled, though. Keyshawn is skilled. He's one that you gotta tread lightly when it comes to fighting him because he's extremely skilled. And he's
no. I know he's really good. I'm not taking that. I'm not saying he's not. I'm just saying like when we talk, like I always say, like that's my thing when people say draws. Cause we all kind of get there's only a few draws in the league. I mean in boxing, like a few real draws. Like as good as Bud became like
not the biggest draw.
Not the biggest draw. You needed Canelo to make that type of money. Like when he fought old boy, no one like stood up. Like you look at the dude he fought before he fought Canelo.
Madrimov.
That wasn't like super.
Well, that's why it wasn't here in the States. That's why.
Yeah, I'm saying, but it wasn't like even watching it on pay-per-view, like watching it on was it even on pay-per-view? I'm trying to remember.
I can't answer off the top of my head.
Yeah, but like that's what I'm saying. Like there are only few draws in boxing. Like anytime you put them on TV, they're going to sell. Like you're going to watch. When Deontay was good, he was a draw. Yeah,
like I said, I still think Tank is even
Tank is a draw.
Yeah,
Tank is a draw. Like I'm not denying it. Tank, no, that's what I'm saying. He's a draw. He's a legit draw.
We'll have to see, man. A lot of times, man, I'll be honest with you, the Mexican fan bases are
they're loyal as hell.
I mean, they are amazing. This is why Lamont versus Pitbull Cruz was pretty much sold out in San Antonio.
Yeah, it was San Antonio.
You have to do it the right way. And Keyshawn fighting in DC would be a big deal to me, but that's not going to happen next. I'm already certain that's not going to happen next, just based off when Keyshawn's next fight is and when Lamont's trying to fight.
I'm
tired of Tank. A lot of people are, man. Tank is he got one foot out anyway. The Jake Paul fight was supposed to be his last fight, and he fumbled that, man. So now that's why he was trying to get a Pitbull rematch, something that could be intrigue and it wouldn't be that big of a risk, and he could go out, still making good money. But now it looked like
he going on top.
But I tell you this, Mike Tyson had character issues for days, and people still paid to see that man fight. Tank can get locked up again and come back out, and people going to watch him fight.
Oh, right. I agree. That's why I don't. No,
I'm answering Alexander's question. I mean, not question. His comment saying Tank needs to go. I'm tired of. A lot of people think he's extremely wasted potential. He ducks. His can protects him. All the criticism that comes Tank's way is probably warranted. I'm just telling you that for whatever reason, he got that cult-like following. If he could fight in Atlanta, New York, DC, like he fought, what's his name? That Lamont beat to get his belt. I can't think of his name right now.
Who Lamont? Oh, the dude. Oh, I know you're talking about. What's his face? The one he beat in.
He got his belt. Yeah, when he beat him. I can't think of his name right now. Sheesh.
But yeah, to your point though, I just feel like he will always be a draw.
Hector Garcia.
Hector, yeah. He will always be a draw. He will always be a draw.
But I mean, at the end of the day, you want to make the best fights, and Smith in the UK is probably going to be the more likely option. The Puello fight, I think that's probably the most realistic, even though I don't believe in mandatories because it almost never works out half the daggone time. I hear you. That, like I said, that criticism is warranted, bro, for sure. So that division, we just said it. You add Keyshawn Davidson and then Frank Martin.
It's a lot, man.
It's loaded. Shakur, the winner of that fight, Shakur and T.O., is going to set the tone for this year as to what happens. And we're only 2 weeks away. This is the 31st, bro. It's that close.
Oh, dang, it is that close.
People sleeping on T.O., man. I'm telling you.
I'm not sleeping on T.O. I just know I'm not. All right. T.O. is actually one of my favorite boxers in the game. Won't even lie to you. When he's got his mind right, I believe in T.O. But also, I believe highly in Shakur. I think Shakur is just the best boxer in the game. Personally.
Hey, listen, I think Devin Haney kind of answered a bit of a question against Brian Norman about people criticizing his power. I want to see, like Shakur, when he dominated Jamel Herring, the noise kind of quieted in terms of his power, but then he moves up and people saying his power is not translating. Okay. But he'll have the opportunity to show that his power can I don't care. Yeah. It can translate up the division.
I don't care about his power. I didn't care about Mayweather's power. I don't care about his power. I just think he can beat you up with multiple punches and combinations and get out of there. Like he can beat you and make you look foolish. Like he's that type of boxer. You know what I mean?
This is the best boxer he's ever faced, in my opinion. T.O.
What's T.O.? It depends on what T.O. you get.
T.O. always shows up for the big fights. I'm not gonna hold you.
I know. I love T.O., but I think T.O. can. I think if we can, when we do a pre-joint, I can tell you why I think Shakur can beat T.O.
Man, Shakur is that dude. I'm just saying, but T.O. is T.O.
It's not a look. I'm saying like T.O. losing to Shakur ain't bad. No, it's not a bad thing. You lost to the best, like you lost to the best to me.
Thank you. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Jollywood Adams Boxing said T.O. versus Shakur is a closer fight than the odds and fans suggest.
I ain't say it was a blowout. I just said that you can like look, man. Bud versus Porter was competitive. It was competitive.
I don't know what you mean by that, but I mean
no, I'm saying it's competitive. Like there are two top fighters, competitive. One is just better. That's all it is. And nothing about being close to whatever. One is just better. Sometimes you're just better than somebody.
Yeah, probably. I mean? T.O., when he shows it, like you said, like the Comey fight, of course, the Lomachenko fight, he looks great when he shows.
The only fight that I can say that the only dude that he fought that's 10 times is better than what I can say that when he big fight is Lomachenko. Everybody else to me ain't even on T.O.'s skill wise level.
On Shakur skill, of course not.
No, nobody other than Lomachenko. That's it. So when you say big fights, like that's the one that sticks out to me because I feel like he fought he fought the perfect fight. As anybody, I feel like when we talked, my brother says this about Bud versus Earl. He's like, Bud just fought the best fight ever. Like I don't think my brother's like, I don't think Bud can fight that fight again. That's how perfect that fight was for Bud. Well, if that's the case, and I don't agree with that, so I'm letting folks know I don't agree with that. But I felt like for T.O., and I am a T.O. supporter. I was rooting for T.O. over Lomachenko. That's how I fooled with Lomachenko. But that was the best fight T.O. has fought throughout his boxing career.
That Josh Taylor fight was strong, bro.
Josh Taylor ain't good. That's the best fight I've ever seen from Josh Taylor is overrated. No, man, I'm not going to do that.
Overrated and ain't good. It's two different things.
Well, sorry, right? I apologize. Overrated. I'm a little harsh right there. You're right. Overrated. Well, I'm not going to do that.
Rolly is not good, but Josh Taylor might be overrated.
No. Correction, right? Thank you for correcting me. That was a little reckless. Josh Taylor is a little overrated. It's overrated.
This getting me hype, man. This is why boxing is what it is. I love boxing, bro.
Yeah, they are light three fight. There are.
But to be honest with you, bro, I hope it's not an arrow. I hope it's not an Arrow Terrence situation. I hope not, because
we talking about
if Shakur dominates like Terrence dominated Arrow, then it's going to continue to discourage these fighters from risking their O against the best.
Well, T.O. needs this. T.O. different because T.O. needed it. Thank you. I know. I was never high on myself.
He looked solid earlier versus T.O. Yeah, I mean,
I'm just telling you earlier, but T.O.
You can't say Josh had a drinking problem, drank his career away. Maybe.
I'm just saying, like Ray's right because I've rooted for T.O. So I'm looking at that fight. I was happy for T.O. because he needed that win. Because T.O. needed that win.
And he dominated. He dominated.
I don't know. I'm not going to diminish T.O. He needed that win. He dominated. He looked good. He looked good his last fight. He looked really good his last fight. So I root for T.O. I just think that there's levels to it. That's all. I'm the same dude who loved Manny Pacquiao and I knew Mayweather was going to beat him. I'm a dude.
I'm such a big Shakur fan that I want to see him tested. I'm serious.
Yeah.
Like certain guys. I'll say it, locally. Ben Johnson, he knocks everybody out. I want to see when he gets tested. Scooter Davis, I want to see him tested because I know they're that good. I want them to show it, and I think Shakur, I would love to see. Shakur, to me, has never really faced extreme adversity in a fight.
Do you know why? Because they don't want to fight him. That's the
but
problem.
his last fight, he stayed in the pocket.
Yeah,
he got hit a few times, but I was never worried about him.
No. What you're asking for, there's a reason why folks don't want to fight him and give him that opportunity.
Oh, because
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like that lets you know how the boxing scene views him. To your point, you're like they don't want to fight him. Like like T.O. is at a point now where I don't never think T.O. Personally, I never thought T.O. duck smoke. Personally, it's the same reason why he fought Lomachenko. He don't duck smoke. T.O. don't duck smoke. I just feel like he needs but for we talking about Shakur, there's a reason why Devin Haney ain't trying to see him. There's a reason why Tank wasn't trying to see him. All these dudes ain't trying to see Shakur. All these dudes that were getting money in there, they were trying to see, like Devin Haney had no issue trying to see T.O. They ain't had no issue seeing T.O. They got issues trying to see Shakur though.
I'm a Shakur dude since he was like an amateur, bro. I saw it.
But I do think it's going. I want
to see a great fight.
I'm gonna say this. When I say this, I don't see my man T.O. ain't no pushover. I agree with you. He ain't no pushover. I just don't think he's gonna win. I think it's two different things.
Yeah, Xander Zayas he's another one that he's got star potential, man. Is he still with Top Rank, Alexander? That's what I want to know, because Top Rank is fell off. Top Rank is struggling with just getting on TV, man. So that's my only thing. This is going to show how great Shakur really is. Fighters have avoided him now. He's got that elite guy to step in there with him finally. Yeah, I agree. There you go. We all agree on that.
You agree on that. I agree.
I just hope it's not one side. If it is, Shakur, it's going to be. There's no way T.O. beats him one side. If it's going to be one side, it's going to be Shakur. Period. Unless Shakur gets hurt. That's the only concern with him. His hands have been.
All right, let me
even
make it as simple as this. I'm gonna make it really simple.
Let's go.
If Shakur goes down, if Shakur only loses if he goes down, I'll make it that simple. He ain't losing on the cards. He not losing on the cards on the decision. If he loses, it's because he goes down. That I will tell you. If he loses the fight, he goes down. Like he can't tolerate T.O.'s power. But if it's on the outside, he's not losing that fight. On the outside, he's not losing that fight. That I will say.
I'm gonna save my thoughts for the pre-fight show.
Yeah, hand speed, footwork, and T.O. got really good footwork too. So I'm not going to sugarcoat. T.O. got real good footwork. T.O. got awesome footwork.
Alexander, man, we need to call you. I gotta think of a name. I can't say
the guru. The guru.
Alexander is like that guy. You need to create a website, man. It's not what's it called? What's the name of the website?
Oh, BoxRec.
BoxRec is awful now, bro. It's terrible. Anyway, you need to put it together. But dope stuff. I don't know if you successfully trolled these Matias fans or not.
I did. I mean, I feel like they can't say nothing. They've been quiet. They cricket. They thought Matias is going only have one loss and kind of still do his thing, and then he got 2 more losses, and now they can't say nothing.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting next 2 weeks here locally and on the national stage, baby. I'm ready.
Prediction. Big time prediction. Well, they say no way loses.
Y'all need to pull up for the pre-fight show. Don't. You need to come through. Yeah. I need y'all up here. I need Adam's Boxing Show on the pre-fight show.
Look, it's gonna be a great show, man. And then we're gonna go live. So I listen to boxing podcasts during the work, so I get a lot of info. Yeah, that's what's up.
Oh, you being humble, Alexander. It's okay, man.
I love Shakur, but he almost went down on that jab by
Well, that was the time he fought the fight that he wanted to impress the fans.
He did.
You're right.
He did. Yeah, he did. You're like,
he said, I ain't doing it no more.
But he told y'all. Himself. No, see, that's what he said. He told you, I did it for y'all, but I ain't doing that again. He said, I did it for y'all. and then he still end up beating dude. And he still end up beating dude up. That's what I'm saying.
T.O. is licking his chops because everybody doubting him. I'm telling you, man. T.O. looks because T.O. look like, if I lose, so what? Everybody expects me to. But if I win,
see, that's the thing.
Chuck Wepner, baby. It's gonna be a movie.
It's not like the T.O. It ain't like T.O. Lomachenko. Everybody really doubted him. This fight, you got people who believe T.O. can win. It ain't like T.O. Lomachenko.
I don't see a whole lot of people that think T.O. can win.
T.O. Lomachenko
dude, so I just want to be
everybody. Nobody gave T.O. not a glimmer of hope against Lomachenko.
There's a part of me though that wants Shakur to win, in part because I think then that's gonna put him in line for the Antoines and some of the bigger fights moving forward, man. Yeah. Oh, T.O. did say that in the corner. He said, "Do I still got it?" That was a few fights ago.
Yeah.
T.O. is a head case, man. We already know what it is.
Man,
but typically in the big fights, Josh Taylor, Comey, Lomachenko.
I'm mad you calling like them dudes. Like I get the Lomachenko. You calling Josh Taylor?
Comey was a good fight.
Oh, man.
Comey was a good name at the time.
I feel you, bro. Like I'm about to start throwing out.
Well, you quick in every sport to call people bums and stuff like that.
I know. I'll do it no more.
Bums, overrated.
No. I don't call it. Literally, you look. You're a good friend because you helped me out with one of them today, so I appreciate you. Like I'm trying to be better at it too.
But I love it though because then when you're wrong, it makes it even funnier, bro.
When I'm wrong, I'm cool. When I'm wrong in boxing, it's cool, but it's not often. So I'm not really mad at it.
That's wild, bro. But I will say this: once somebody makes you a believer, then there's no like
you can't
trying to sell you on something. You know
once you show me, I'm done. Like I'm done. Like I'm a believer in T.O. You see, I ain't called T.O. no bum. I ain't out here calling T.O. no bum.
I try to stay away from that word. Like some people aren't as skilled.
Deontay
Wilder and Rolly, they're not as skilled.
Yeah.
They're better boxers. They're not sure.
I like that.
But they're not as skilled as some people. I mean, even Gary Russell Jr. has said there's some things Roy Jr. didn't do right during his career. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, but it's just different.
He went even further. Roy didn't do right, is what he said. You know what I'm saying? It was just kind of funny. They can say that. But yeah, I stay away from certain things. However, Josh Taylor at the peak of his career, man, he was a champion. T.O. was able to get the belts. So
he was a champion. Like he's a solid fighter. I'm not the biggest. I'm not a.
It's levels to it though. It's levels.
That's all. Like I think there's people's skill set allows you could see how it's going to play out. Like Josh Taylor versus a guy like Teofimo who can move around and use angles, and a guy who's just pretty much on the outside and not really the greatest footwork. Yeah,
but one of the worst things in boxing. This is the last thing I'm gonna say, and then we can. One of the worst things that can happen in boxing is when a dude that lacks skill gets titles, like Kambosos and Andy Burns, and because that's when the champion, like a Haney, looked like Kambosos. You gonna pay me to go over there and fight him?
Yes, I'm gonna take it. That's easy money.
Give it to me.
Yeah,
It's like, you know what I'm saying? But there's some casuals who thought that Ricky Hatton or Andy Burns could beat Mayweather or Terrence Crawford, which is insane.
Or Pacquiao. They thought they can beat Pacquiao. Like they thought, no, that's what I'm saying. That's my point. That's my point. You look at it, you saying like
whole purpose for this show tonight, because people thought Matias was that guy.
Yeah, and their feelings are hurt, which is amazing.
Nah, they're not. Now they're not commenting. They all in your comments. Stay consistent. That's what Brian Norman Sr. said. Man, I ain't ducking no. I ain't going nowhere. I'm still here. I'm still talking. People may not agree with him, but he's still talking. I like it. I like it. I do. I like consistency. He's still talking after.
Haney.
For sure. He now that he's not his son's trainer no more. He's really talking now. He's wild. But anyway, listen, good stuff. Hey, appreciate everybody for pulling up.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Hey, holla at me, man. I see you on Twitter sometimes, but I've kind of cut back on what they call X. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Telly a real one, man. Telly always
Adam's Boxing,
show, man. Adam Boxing. Telly always
Alexander, of course, man.
Alexander, all of y'all. Telly always. I'm gonna get shout out to Telly always supporting all streams, man. I appreciate Telly. Always pulls up. Alexander always on boxing. Always appreciate you, man.
Yeah, DM me on X, bro. I'll DM him on X.
Yeah, I got till I'll give you my phone number, bro. Appreciate you. I appreciate you, Wayne and Jermaine. Appreciate both of y'all, man. Anyway, man, we're about to end the stream. But anyway, you've been listening to the Urban Sports Scene for ages. Ayede deuces. We are out. Peace.